Jordan, how you feeling, brother?
I feel great. Thanks for having me.
So, big win.
I thought we did some good things on offense. I really do. I think for the most part, Green Bay came to play, and they did exactly what we saw on film, and they added some wrinkles. And I think the biggest takeaway from this game, for the way we performed, I think was just operation. Time out of the huddle, getting set, making sure that we get into the line quick enough to, make the calls. There were a couple of times when we just the communique kind of didn't get to the edges. Mm-hmm. So that's how I thought we played: communication and procedure.
What can you give perspective of what it feels like on the field? It's a home playoff game. Oren creates the turnover on the opening kickoff, and you guys score that touchdown. What it's like to be on the field with that crowd in a specific moment like that?
I'll tell you what. I don't think you can explain it. Like, there's nothing that can come close to it. I can tell you this, though. I really wanted to get the ball first. So when Oren did that, I was like, my prayers were answered. I wanted to get the ball and go down and score, and we didn't have to travel far to go get a touchdown. But, man, playing at home is my favorite thing to do, man, because Philly fans know how to show up. And when they show up, they show out. The atmosphere was electric. We say it every year, but it's the only thing you can kind of compare it to. Just like the electricity, you can feel it in the air. There's a storm brewing.
You just mentioned how you was kind of hoping that you guys got the ball first. Now, when you guys win the toss, that never happens, right? Because we always defer to the second half. That's an interesting point coming from you because you're an offensive guy, and you want to go out there that first drive, feed off that energy, and get rolling. I wonder, does anybody ever suggest to coach, like, hey, coach, you think about taking the ball this week or not? Does anybody ever suggest that?
No, I don't think so. It kind of just a thing for coach, what he's feeling. Mm-hmm. But, whatever coach says, I'm going to go on that coin toss. And obviously, I'm at the coin toss, and I'm seeing him call tails. And I'm just like, it's going to land on heads. And I just know we're gonna win this, and I have to defer it.
I love your mindset. You're going out there, you want to lose the coin toss so the other team will say,
I like getting the first drive out the way. If it ends in a touchdown, that's the freaking goal. But you want to get into a rhythm, and Oren Burks made that play and accelerated that rhythm.
Yeah.
I never thought about, you can't even purposely lose a coin toss.
No, you can't.
Exactly.
That's funny. So you mentioned getting in a rhythm. There was, from an offensive perspective, in the middle of the game, there was a lull. I think you guys punted on 3 or 4 consecutive possessions. How do you, when you're not in a rhythm like that, how do you prevent frustration from stopping you from doing the right things and the things that you need to do? Because I know anybody, it's just sort of human nature. When the things aren't working like they normally do, you tend to sort of overreact. How do you prevent against that?
Well, that's all the work that we put into off the field. Developing those relationships. So when the communication isn't key on the field, when you go to that sideline, you've got to make sure that communication is there because you've got to figure out answers and you have to figure it out fast. And so that's how you stop the emotion from taking over, because you have that relationship with that person that you need to get something across to. And it helps when your QB is open and he comes to our side of the bench to communicate what he's seeing, what we're seeing, and how we can come up with answers along with Kellen and Nick and Stout. So the communication was the biggest part on the sideline.
Yeah, you mentioned having Jalen there, having your QB back out there with you. What was that like for you guys Sunday? It's been a few weeks. None of you guys played last week or 2 weeks ago against the Giants in that final game, and it's been a few weeks since he's been out there. What was that? What was that like for the offense having him back out there under center?
Man, can I be honest, man? It was very nostalgic for me just seeing the huddle, going into the huddle, especially after Oren made that play. You could feel the electricity, and then you see Jalen, you see Dallas, AJ, Smitty, and then us five up there. Say, I mean that. What a special group we have, man! But it was awesome. It was awesome to have Jay back because it just felt like the band was back together again. Like everyone was there. Dallas was back from his little stint. So, man, it was awesome having Jay back.
The defense has been awesome all year, and Sunday was an incredible performance from them. Is this defense this year the best defense you think that the Eagles have had since you've been on the team?
I think so. I think so, just from what I get to see at practice, what I get to hear from Vic and how he coaches, and how Nick coaches as well. So, like, there's no shade to any of the defenses in the past. I just think this year, and our goal and our mission to win a Super Bowl, this is the most detailed, this is the most high effort, team that I've seen with my own eyes. And because I get to go to work with these guys, I see the work that they put in every day. And then when it shows up on Sunday, I'm not surprised. Because our defense works hard.
Go ahead. Oh, the Rams had a pretty impressive win last night, especially given the circumstances, having to move the home game. You guys beat them a couple of months ago. I assume you watched last night. Was there anything you saw different with the Rams team that is playing now compared to the Rams team that you guys played a couple of months ago?
I saw a file. Oh, okay, you know what? That sounds terrible.
That was not on purpose.
Yes.
We completely understood. Completely
don't
understood.
worry about it.
Yep.
Sorry, I apologize.
No.
I saw hunger. Let me say hunger.
Hunger works better. Yep.
I saw a hunger from them, man, and that they're playing for something bigger than themselves right now. You can see that last night. So I'm gonna just end that there.
No, it's all good. I remember the last time you guys played them, Jordan. We had you on. I think we had you on that Monday, the day after the game, and you talked about how physical the game was and how sore you were after that game.
Yeah, I mean, I said that was one of the most physical games I've ever played.
Yeah,
and we're expecting that. I'm expecting that this time, but man, they come into our home ground, so it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, and now that I think about it, it is another team in the playoffs that you played during the season that you had already beaten that year, which probably doesn't happen all that often.
Yeah. How do you view that, Jordan? As that, I guess it could be viewed both ways, as an advantage, because you've seen them already, but they've also seen you already. Like, how do you like playing a team again once you've already played them in the regular season?
I mean, you just treat it like a divisional opponent.
Okay.
That's it. You know what they're good at. They know what you're good at. You see both sides of the ball. What you're bad, what you're good, what you're bad and good at. And it's a good feeling. Like what you're going to get. What you have to prepare for is the stuff that's hidden in their DNA. What their DC, what their OC like to go to cause wrinkles. That's what you got to prepare for.
Yep.
So before we let you go, the last time we had you on, it was when you had just gotten the award from the Eagles media. Well, I'm holding you to this. You had just gotten the award from the Eagles media as the number one player in terms of media. They appreciate you. And I asked you last week if the Eagles had to give out an award to a media member as their favorite, who would you give? And you said, if we win the playoff game, I'm on with you next week. I'll give it to you. And here we are. So do you have a media member that you would give the award to?
Kind of crazy because I was just going to say this again. If we win this playoff game,
I will make a deal with you.
Not letting you off the hook, man. Come on, give me somebody.
It's such a broad, question. Think about it.
Well, there's lots of different Eagles players. You still got an award.
There's a lot of different. There's 53 of us. 53 of us. They're like, you got to be more specific. Media, beat writer. Like, do they
How about
the beat writer, people that cover the team.
We'll take us idiots out of it, and there's no
take
way
us
we'd
out
win
of it,
that
yes,
anyway.
yes.
So why don't you just?
I could, but
you might. Yes, So how about just the people who are at NovaCare, like the people who come and cover the team?
Okay. That's thank you for doing that.
Yes,
really
for sure.
Bring it down a little bit. Stay tuned for next week when you find out.
All right. Well, I'm going to make this deal with you, and this is a one-sided deal because I'm saying it's the deal. We'll give you the one other week, but if we're doing,
I have a name. Okay. I have a name. But see, now you're going to ruin all my relationships that I've built the last 7 years with everyone that comes to NovaCare. So
That's right. That's right.
That's why you should have just picked Ike.
Yeah, you might have been safer just picking me.
Doesn't count if you don't come into the locker room.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true, brother.
Sorry, I should say you don't come into the locker room as a media member.
I do not. No, you're right. All right about that.
Well, go win that game at 3:00 on Sunday. We'll talk to you Tuesday, and then we will pull that name out of you.
All right. Good luck, brother.
Appreciate it.
There he is, Jordan Mailata. I love him, man.
Yes,
that's a good dude right there.
Yes.